Hello, my friends. My name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant lifestyle. And I believe in strength. Strength is vitality, and power is victory. So, this is my channel, the Valiant Wellness, or Valiant Wellness. And what I do is I strive for the best when it comes to making sure that you men have every resource available to you when it comes to having a blended family. What do I do to get through this type of situation in my life? How do I contend with all the anger that's been balled up in me for a long time? What do I do with the kids when they say this thing? How do I serve my clients, my wife? How do I serve my family? I answer many of those questions on a daily, my man. But first, I want to know if this is your first time seeing this video, seeing my content. And if it is, I'd like to invite you to venture down to the lower right-hand corner of this video. Go ahead and do it. It's simple. Just go right here. And then, maybe this is more than several times that you've seen many of my videos. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. So in this video today, I'm going to be talking about setting boundaries and 3 must-dos for the blended family dad husband. Pretty heavy. What does it mean to set boundaries? Many gurus out there will tell you to set boundaries, but they don't really give you the tools to do that. They don't really tell you how that is done. And it's left almost as if you have a ball glove on and a ball, but no means to throw it. So here, let's get on to it and go from here. So what I want to do when I talk about the 3 must-dos, I'm actually telling you that these are things that I've done and that I feel worked for me. They might not work for you, but maybe there's a shred of it that will work for you. And that is something of gold. So what I want you to do is, the first thing is to clearly state your needs in a calm tone. Clearly state your needs in a calm tone. Why is that necessary? Well, if you don't do it in a calm tone, what's going to happen? You're probably going to lose attention from your sons, daughters, your kids. And not only that, they're going to feel like you're attacking them. So you got to do it in a calm manner. Now, that's not to say that you can't be firm, because you can be firm. You can use this tone of voice to be firm with them. It doesn't mean that you're angry. It doesn't mean that you're upset. It just means that you are using a tone that you want to be taken seriously. And I want you to be taken seriously. This helps shape the boundary, the tone that you are delivering. And I want you to be in your frame when you do that. And being in your frame is not ducking out midway through whatever you've decided to mention is your boundary. I also want you to keep in mind that it will be a bit of a two-way street too, because when you're doing this with your wife, because you will, setting boundaries, she might also tell you that you're raising your voice or that you're too loud. I know I have been in the past. I'm told every now and then, hey, you're raising your voice. And I like to know that I am raising my voice. I also want them to know that I am very passionate about what I talk about. So I do on occasion raise my voice. But I do realize that when I do this from time to time, it doesn't bode very well in that conversation. So maintain a calm tone when you're talking. The second thing is, when you set boundaries, I want you, my man, to start setting boundaries for yourself. And that means you've got to block out me time for you. You've got to do it. You've got to set time in the morning, because that time is time that you've got to spend with yourself to be able to figure out how to give that time and your energy to other people. So what you're doing is you're calibrating your own self. You're spending time with yourself. What does this look like? How should this look like? What do I got to do? So that's what you're doing. You're figuring out how to calibrate yourself, how you work, how you function, you think. And in those moments, they're all yours. So when you first start doing this, I will tell you, you might get some flack. It's okay to get some flack because what you're doing is you're picking a lane. You're picking time, you're setting boundaries, you are outlining, you're setting up invisible fence posts. The third thing when I talk about invisible fence posts, I also want you on the other side of this to use visual cues to reinforce your boundaries. So visual cues, what could that look like? Well, for me, we have a room in the basement of our house. And in that house, it's more like a workout room, private space. And it is separated by the main floor, which is the kitchen, living room, dining area. The sleeping rooms are upstairs. So downstairs is more or less like a den. It's like a little sanctuary. It's a place that I go in the morning to do my breath work, my meditation, and I do my exercises down there. Now, those are visual cues. And what I do is when I'm down there, I don't want to be interrupted by anybody. Now, that means the kids. And what we're doing with that is we're not being nasty, we're not being ignorant. We're setting the tone that, hey, it's okay to take personal time that is uninterrupted, that is good for our health. It is good to do that. Now, what I do that's different with this is I do it very early in the morning. I do it just after 5 o'clock in the morning. Why is that important? Because nobody's awake at that point. Everyone's asleep, and I do my own thing privately, and I'm in my own quarters. And when I do it that early, nobody's up anyway. So it's not going to be an issue. Now, let's say that there is somebody up. That's okay. Just make it known. I make it known when I'm down there that I do not want to be interrupted because that is my time with me. And that is important. So when I say that that is my time with me and I don't wish to be interrupted, I am setting a boundary. I'm setting a boundary. That is what a boundary looks like. So this is a representation. There's a physical space downstairs that I use as a visual cue so that the kids and my wife know what that is. The other one was what? The invisible one, right? So if we go back up, we're blocking out me time. We're blocking out me time. Hey, I'm taking time for myself. That is important. That is essential every morning. So we go back to the first one. What is that? Speaking in a calm tone. You can be assertive. Just be nice. Be kind. All right, my friend. Now, I trust that much of this resonated with you. I trust that there are you men out there that you just want to be not only heard, but you want to be respected. You want to feel needed. And for many of you out there, you want to know what your purpose is. Let me tell you this. You begin to define what your purpose is when you start to take time with yourself to figure out what that is. Now, many of you out there find distractions, like myself, like I used to, find distractions. And not to say that I don't have any, because I do. I have a couple here and there that I work through. Yes, I do. But I'm perfect, getting perfecter. And I work through what that is. And what I stand for as a testament to myself is that I've been consistently working on myself every day, and that means taking time for myself because I want to know how I think and how I operate. I want to know what the calm feels like. I want to know that I know how to control my own feelings and what that looks like to do that. This is what this is. This is exactly what it is. And when you can forge a little piece of yourself, or even a little bit bigger piece of yourself, it's a blueprint, it's a template, and you can help other people with it. And that goes for you leading your family with that. All right, so the valiantlifestyle.com is where you want to go to book your first discovery call. You're going to hit the little red button, book your discovery call, and you're going to get 30 minutes with me complimentary. Maybe more, but let's see if we're a good fit. And if we're a good fit and you like what you hear and you like what you see, and you pass the approval process, and I say, yep, I approve, you pass the application, we can get on. We can get on with the plan that you want to create. All right. Thank you for watching. Let's do this.